No, I didn't want to chocolate. Red mage. There we go. It feels like it's near the end. In fact, that's just Tasha's the next one. I forgot now. The fuck is this place? Sanctimate by oh, there's stuff. Windows? Well, it's a goddamn shame that I'm a lone wolf and ain't it? Okay, there goes nothing then.
The tales do not do you... Yes, I know. I was given the name Izel, but I... This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed. I would not. I will. In time, you will come to understand. For Eorzea, for Hyder.
Gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you are intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedents should be here any minute. You can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Tom. I trust your time there fruitful. Oh, not at all. Yeah. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emmerich might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that it's not safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander! You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emmerich. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I expected a certain single-mindedness. Though, was it not by the will of Helone that your ancestors came to this land, while you took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, and unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the few. Such righteous fervour may well serve a knight on the front line, lest they lead on men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the few would value the lives of their followers over the deaths of their enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. It was a different time, a different era, and scripture only tells us only so much. Wouldn't it tell us more? Yeah, I still think of it. Not the whole dragon thing, but... How did I make a nice pillow, though? That man is awfully pragmatic for someone in the Holy See. Welcome trade and negotiating table to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. That is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia, they have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? Mayhap not. Who knows? My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Etherite eyesight used to escape. I believe that she teleported to another Etherite, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Etherite, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless eyesight has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. I pray that you're right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. When Philia looks into our Etherite problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Corvus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Also, there is admittedly a selfish request. I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you weren't aware. Good. I knew you would understand. Yuhaze can apprise you with details. When the task is complete, come find me at the observatorium. Captain Elbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Really? Pursue the heretics towards Dunifan Pass. Map. How the fuck did I read that brain clock? Even though I'm making out cushion, not really feeling sleeping with a dragon. Anyhow, back to map. Okay, where to now? Okay. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great-scaled beast and... You has, eh? I think when he's on his own, the heretics split up, so we did too. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his shoulders. I found myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need 1 moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Asshole. I'm your... I'm your fucking superior. Now. There's no need for that. Fancy meeting you here, Carney. I presume you work for the third warrior hither? What tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring. It came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. Your biggest belief, I know. It seems the favourite Guardian spy may have been providing assistance to Isar. Were it not for the efforts of Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alpha is too kind. I feel like... This most generous offer you, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. There may disappear for a time. Knew that I should not be far. Everything forward? Come on, Akane. Let us wait inside for Captain Elka to return and deliver his report. not Lorica. Sort of astral male. Long top. Captain Albert, your report if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regards to the heretic we captured, I regret to say another man could tell us naught that we did not already know. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, we've ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquired their information on the shipping routes. I can guess which one. However, with little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. You can say that. Our investigation is known to barely a handful of them. The field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Valbrand's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames' establishment? It is the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised. I really should not have been. The three grand companies Uldars was ever more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Lumps and Gridania had long... God damn it! Seriously hope that the voices that get better outline of voices when it comes into Heaven's Ward because of the recasts. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant treating every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. Good deal easier then and now, The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not our charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation, and not your sloppy work. Had Neil Van Darnus' ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would have risked supplying Valborn with an army. It is but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames when the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Dorman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames. A new one of them could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Frey continue the investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. Crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' aberrations. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. Welcome, Sam. Fidania Pendragon. Is that new saber? Fave reference.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is.
Who?
Varus?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire. Nevertheless, it was the
Yep.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had...
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with...
'Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Grandson and his uncle. I think grandson was Xenos. And uncle Solus, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed. Yet claims count for little without the power to assert them.
So, young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp.
Yep. Solus was the uncle, or as he goes by as Nastian himself.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their emperor...
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great... I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our...
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally if only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example. But that is a discussion for another time. So long as the ivy eludes...
It will not have escaped your notice that nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. The reason for this deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. Nations' leaders can come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little unless to the common folk. Take the Leminsons, for example. Though Admiral Merwib outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, one-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Oldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. None of such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Teleji Adeleji, for example. But now it's beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing, let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Elbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate has lately come to Gridania. The hunt nears its end, Akane. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Elbert near the Adder's Nest. He'll give you the particulars, should there be any developments in Corvus. You may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Thanks for coming, sir. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Our foremost interest to us is Rael's presence here. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the immortal flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Reborn attended the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. Just... Oh, what now? Fucking dumbass, I missed that about 5 times. Social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she ain't gone this way. Do say every passenger non-boiling resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Nowhere to be seen, you say? Are you sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the 7 hells could she have gone? The ruse, how could I forget? Speak with you gaily near the Hawthorne Hut. A bramble patch. You would feign ignorance then? Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or shall I make you wish you had. Yeah, whatever. In flagrant delicto. Speak with Minfilia. There we go. Purpose.
Minfilia, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Sharlayan scholar and an authority on ether. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure. longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been over...
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this.
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits, and nothing at all to reform thy youth.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been?
Unhand me.
I come all this way. I much preferred when you were
Go on.
Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Mine intent, as...
You still haven't found it, then? You're
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after, we now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary.
I'm sorry, but although you're absolutely sure she used the foot.
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can...
Definitely
In
gave
that
up
case,
some.
there might be a way.
Truly.
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like, however, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an Aetherite is destroyed. But, if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically...
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong.
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds...
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. I can use it to channel all the Just so you know, I'd confidently give this...
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, if the ethereal current still flows...
That's the spirit.
Nosferatu. Why not? Why did you just try and teleport to Mordona? I'm in Mordona. Amphitheaters. No, not. Good to see you, Connie. I'm starting to wonder if you're having second thoughts. Captain Neilbert sends his regards, by the way. He attends the interrogation of Elene's trial in Uldiven as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aether after you sign. Feel my power! That was scary effective. You think? Very well, if you're so sure it'll work, Moon. We have done all we can, Carney. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Isar before she summons Shiva. Yep. "14 minutes.